Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Rachel right here and today is Wednesday and therefore it is Wipnchat Wednesday. Whip means work in progress. So break out whatever you're working on at the moment. I am working on Treasure Studios art Halloween Secrets, which is a diamond painting. This one is the round drill version and it is a 70 by 80 centimeter, which is humongous. And I'm currently finishing up this section and I'm going to open up that new section here in just a moment with you. But first I wanted to show you that I made a finish. So this is just a cute little skull face. You would have seen me finish it in yesterday's video, the Q&A number 4, where I answered some comment questions and I did this as a time lapse. And I apologize, in the beginning it was very, the speed was really high. I realized that I had it on the wrong setting and changed it about 30 seconds in, so I apologize for that. But look, it's all finished. This is a special drill diamond painting that I purchased from diamondspaintingfactory.com, which is not to be confused with diamondpaintingfactory.co.uk. They're two separate websites. This was $5, I think, and it was pretty good. I had lots of leftover drills and it's very sparkly. It doesn't really show so much in this light, but it's all crystals and special shapes. So quick little finish there for Drills and Chills 2020. This is also a Drills and Chills 2020 painting. I'm gonna sit down and we're gonna kind of get into it. So how are you today? I have had the busiest few days ever, and I guess I'll talk to you about it. But let me just get a drill color here. I'm gonna be changing a lot and then I'm gonna be moving the canvas over. So this is going to change here in a minute, but yeah, I hope everybody's doing well and staying safe and all that fun stuff. We're just trucking along. There's some really cool stuff that's going to be happening. Oh, sorry for knocking you there. Cool stuff that's happening. I'm not ready to talk about it yet here on the channel, but I will let you know if something happens in the next few months. But just, it's good news and it's not a baby. For all of you who are like, oh my God, that good news that you teased us with, we thought you were pregnant. No, 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 no. Not yet. But, yeah, it's been a crazy week. So let's see. Let me get some coffee. Oh, and thank you, Cal. Cal's husband, Grant, whittled this for me. This beautiful burl pen. It is so comfortable. It's so lightweight. It's really nice. I thought it went really well with this painting, so I decided to use this today. Yeah, what can I say? I mean, is today the last day of, I think today is. Yeah, today's the last day of September. Oh my God. And just what an emotional roller coaster it has been. I feel like I did really well over July and August, and then September hit and I was just like, oh my gosh, where has the year gone? What am I doing with my life? And then kids went back to school and I was just freaking out because they're not making children wear masks to school or anything like that. And all of the kids are back in school. There's no virtual learning here. But yeah. So I'm just kind of like, if I had kids, I would be feeling really weird right now. And you know, the sad thing is that those kids are not, like, obviously they're not allowed to go see their grandparents. Well, I mean, obviously people break the rules all the time, but imagine like being like 9 years old and not being able to see your grandparents. And, you know, as in general, I think that people have kids later in life in Ireland on average. Okay. Not all of them, But on average, I think the typical age to start getting pregnant and having your children is in your late 20s, very late 20s to late 30s, really. So those grandparents are up there in age, you know? And it's not like, in my case, you know, my mother, I love you, Mom. She had me when she was 17. So my grandparents are relatively young, you know? And I'm lucky because I still have them. But here, that's not really the case. So what letter is that? U. I don't have my light pad on. It's such a beautiful day. It wasn't this morning, y'all. I'm going to be on a tangent, lots of different tangents today, I can tell. Weather's beautiful. Sun is suddenly out. It was raining this morning, pretty heavy. I already took Luna for her walk, and she's asleep in the other room, so it's okay for me to say that word. Now the sun is out. So I think we might have to do this, go out again, because it's just so beautiful. Anyway, right. So what I was saying was that it's a shame that the kids have gone back to school, but they've been told, you know, parents have been told, you're not allowed to you're not allowed to go see your grandparents or parents because you could possibly, if there is an infection, you could give it to them and they could die. So yeah, that's not cool. I guess I don't really know, like, and I don't want to even speculate, you know, the population density and family kind of, what am I trying to say? The family groups that exist here compared to other countries. I'm pretty sure that it's single families, you know, without extended families living with them. You know how in some cultures you'd have grandparents living with parents and small children, which I think is a fantastic idea, even though it'll, you know, you make you want to pull your hair out at times. Like, it's nice to have extra eyes and extra hands when you have children, right? Not to mention all the unsolicited advice. I'm only kidding. But yeah, I think it's kind of difficult. Those grandparents are in their 70s and 80s, and they need help, you know. They need help doing things and going grocery shopping and stuff. Not all of them, but you know, it'd be nice. And to go call around to see grandma. Anyway, I obviously have grandparents on the brain. I don't have an update for you all yet. As to my grandfather, I will let you know next week if I know anything. But right now I'm still in the dark. So I'm sure that I will have that phone call today, but I really hope that sorry, if you're new here, hi, I'm Rachel, and I live abroad. I'm from Virginia, but I live in Ireland, and permanently. My husband is Irish. He's full-blooded Irish, born and bred, all that kind of stuff. And what was I about to say? So, my grandparents raised me when I was a child, and so they're my guardians. And my grandfather came down with cancer. My grandfather got a diagnosis of lung cancer 9 years ago, and he has gone through it all, y'all. He's gone through the ringer with it. He's a strong person, and I believe in him and his ability to fight it off, but only, you know, the body can only take so much. And now it is growing again. Without, like, you know, boring you and telling you all the specifics and things, it's growing again. And we're worried that it's going to his brain, so they're doing tests and stuff like that. So thank you for keeping him in your thoughts. Thank you for all the messages that I've gotten about it. I do appreciate it. But I don't have an update yet. I will keep you informed, I'm sure. Are there any more dots? Any more black? No. See, I'm just trying to fill out the rest of this section. This is where I left the last time that I talked to you on a Wipnchat. And I know that this one is not going to have any kind of whatchamacallit. Oh, it's raining again. It's going to be one of those days. This doesn't have, this particular Wipnchat probably won't have a particular theme unless I get on one. It is late. It is 2:18 in the afternoon on Wednesday. But yesterday, I was so busy. But before I talk about yesterday, I want to say a huge thank you to Michelle. Michelle L. is a patron of mine over on Patreon. She supports the channel. And out of the blue, she sent me an Instapot. Thank you so much. You have no idea. I mean, well, she does because I messaged her immediately and like died. I sent her a video. James, I waited until James and I had our dinner because I'll get into dinner stuff as well now that I'm thinking about it. And we'd had our dinner and I had cleaned up. And I came back in and I was like, babe, we have a really big box and I want you to open it. It's from a subscriber. And he was like, what? Because I never ask him to open stuff. And I bring in this massive box, y'all. This box was so big. I'm going to show you. Obviously, it was really, really big. Let me just shuffle some stuff. And inside the box came another box. And inside the box, the big box, came this Amazon gift bag. It's like Santa's sack. This thing is so big, Michelle. Thank you. Look at this. And so it came in that, you know, the big bag with the tag and stuff. And it says, no one should be without an Instapot. I was careful to get one with I think is the appropriate plugs, but just in case a receipt should be emailed to you. And it was. Thank you so much, Michelle. We are going to be using that like crazy. He is giddy about it. He wants to make all of the stews and just, I mean, I'm excited too, but he is super excited. I guess it's like boys and toys or something, but he's always been the kind of person that's like, I don't want to get one-use appliances, which I can understand. But he also vetoed the dishwasher as well. Obviously, I'm working on it with him. But, you know, anyway, it's not that, sorry, that's kind of sounding like he controls something. It's not that. We compromise. Anyway, so he's super excited about it. I'm excited to see his excitement. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy. So, I decided to get the Drop Chef box. So I think this box is available only in Ireland. And these are the meals. So the first meal that we had was the quick marinated Thai pork loin with baby corn and mange tout. That's the, you know, the soya bean, the edamame type thing, I think. I think they're slightly different, but they're sort of similar. The only downside to this meal was that it called for sugar from your pantry, but it didn't say how much in the instructions. So I just kind of guessed. I will be, you know, writing to them and letting them know just in case they're printing this again. Maybe they can fix that. And then, oh, there's a piece of, oops. What we had last night was the vegetable massaman curry with basmati rice. Now, James is really bad at cooking rice, but the Instapot cooks rice. Yes. So, we did not not do it in time, but next time I'm making the rice in the Instapot. I'm so excited. He made this meal and he was really impressed and he kept saying, you know, I think this is a great idea and I'm getting lots of recipe ideas and you know, it's inspiring me to cook. And I was like, that's awesome. So that is what we had last night. And it had eggplant aubergine. It had eggplant and not chicken. Eggplant was kind of like the chicken feel, you know, how it kind of feels meaty, with bell peppers and cashews and peanut butter. Oh my God. It was so good, but it was so filling. I couldn't eat all of it. And then the next one we're going to have is going to be on Friday, because tonight we're going out to eat at my mother-in-law's. So we're having dinner with the family. We're having lamb. And then Thursday we're going out for pizza with friends, old coworkers. Or no, it's not our coworkers. It's just friends. Sorry, I'm mixing up a thing that we were supposed to do earlier. So this is rosemary ribeye beef with beans and mixed mushrooms, which I wouldn't usually eat beef with beans. That is not a pairing that I would normally go for, but I'm guessing that that's your carbohydrate. Am I right? I don't know. It's a legume. It's like a substitute for a carb, I guess, but it'll be super filling. It'll be really delicious. And I am a little concerned because the recipe, someone mentioned that the sodium could be really high. I don't think that they put salt in any of this because it all comes fresh, right? It's all fresh ingredients that you chop yourself. And then you add the salt and pepper to taste. So aside from the sodium that came in the soy sauce, this didn't have any either. So yeah, it's been really, really good. And then next week, let me move the cards around. I've chosen to do the pork tenderloin with whole grain egg fried rice, the warm and hearty barley salad with peppery rocket, which is arugula, and toasted walnuts. And then I'm thinking about the roasted harissa chicken with sweet potato and peppers, because these three things are things that we would not make at home, whereas chicken fajitas, chili con carne, and baked salmon, those are all things that we would normally make. Maybe not exactly the way they make it, but we would make it at home. So that is super exciting. And I'm so glad that I said those things that I said out loud, and then it forced me to go try it, you know, instead of like building it up in my head or whatever. I can't tell. Excuse me, I'm going to put my head in the shot. Okay, those are diamonds. Sorry, y'all. Sometimes it's hard to see when the light is hitting it a certain way. I really should have brought over my light pad, but when I open the new section, that won't be so difficult. So yeah, that was really cool. And like I said, it's not very expensive comparatively to what we would pay for groceries, and certainly because we don't have to make multiple trips to the store for just one meal. We often buy the basics at the store, you know, say chopped tomatoes or whatever. I don't know, rice, all the staple stuff, yeah, beans, tomato paste, pasta, whatever. We'll have a whole pantry of that. But then all the fresh stuff, we'll forget. We'll forget about the fresh coriander or I think cilantro in the States. We'll forget about the coriander. We'll forget about the avocado, you know, stuff like that. And so we're constantly going to the store to buy these things, and it's just taking a lot of time. Okay, I'm going to move this, and I hope sorry. Just going to fold it over like that, because that won't damage the painting. I'm going to move you in a bit, and yeah, that's better. And you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Or maybe you're not watching. Maybe you're just diamond painting with me. Oh, I forgot to mention. So this is from paintingwithdiamonds.co.uk. This is one of their drill trays that has the stopper and the lid. And I'm just putting I don't bother with the stopper because I'm not having issues, if you know what I mean. I've got some cover minders. I don't even know where they're from. I can't remember. I think this one's from Lizzie, maybe. And this is from Mislaid Pages. I'm just going to put them on the side as decoration. Okay, let's see. Take a sip of water or coffee. So yeah, that's been really fun and really interesting to try out. I'm thinking about substituting sparklers for these. I wonder if we could do that now, or some of these, because I bought these. Oh, and I bought some of those minders for this as well. This is from Tmall, dpwithsparklers.com, and I bought these. Oops, see, sparklers. I bought these sparklers for this project. Copper. I think it was the copper ones that I wanted to put into the lanterns. Yellow. And then I have these square ones. Like these would work really well for 902, but I don't want to put them everywhere. I think I might end up putting these on after I finish the painting. Neon orange is not going to work on this painting, unfortunately. I think I figured that out later. But that copper would look pretty good as the outline. I think it's you. Should we try? Let's just try it. I don't care. Let's try it. Why am I hesitating? It's not a big deal. Okay. So let's give it a go. We'll do some experimenting. They can always come off. Whoops. That was a little bit more than I wanted to pour out, but hey. All right, let's give it a go. They're so shiny. I don't know if you can tell. Hopefully you can tell. I don't want to put them everywhere. I just want to put them, and I'm going to pull this down a little bit because I would like to do it all in one go, you know? So what else is going on? Oh, I opened the Etsy shop and that has been amazing. So thank you to everybody who has gone over to my Etsy and purchased something or favorited the shop or something like that. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. I am I am so surprised by how many orders came in last night. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to be very busy next few days fulfilling orders and shipping them. I am going to stick to a very, I want to say a strict schedule for shipping because I used to get overwhelmed by the amount of days that I'd go ship orders, but don't worry, I will make sure that it is timely. And if you have any questions, if you open the bio of my store, it'll give you extra information about, you know, the processing time and shipping days and all that kind of stuff. Let's see, where am I on this thing? I think it goes up here, right? Yeah. It's like here and it goes straight across basically. So I guess if I do this bit, yeah. I'm trying to map it out in my brain, like where should I stop? Let me do the outline first and then see how I like it. So if you're interested, I really should do like an Etsy store update video, but I don't know. Y'all can have a look. Have a look and see if there's anything that you like. I operate my store as a boutique, so when it's gone, it's usually gone for a long time. I'm still trying to find what exactly I want to sell for the long term. I'm getting there. I think I'm growing. My favorite part about doing the shop is fulfilling the orders. Like, really, seriously, that's my favorite part. And I love putting together the little extras that go in it. And I love when people open them up and they send me a message or a review or something, and they're like, oh my God, I love the candy, or, you know, whatever it is that comes with it. And it just totally makes my day. So I'm glad that shipping has opened back up again. So it's now US, Australia, New Zealand, and Singapore. I can definitely ship there. And if there's, you know, obviously Europe and the UK, that's no problem. Canada's no problem. The only, if you're outside of those areas and outside of Europe, I can always check. Like yesterday, we were live for my Patreons, and, oh no, that one is way too far away, I think. Yeah, it doesn't reach that far. This is the bell, I think. I mean, that's light too, but I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see when we get there, right? So I went live last night with the Patreon patrons, and we were online for about 2 hours. Unfortunately, there was a massive storm last night, so the internet cut out halfway, and I had to start a new stream and everything. Oh my goodness, it was awful. But no bother. We got there in the end. Where was I going with that? Oh, fluttered in the wind. Fluttered in the wind. At the end of the month, every month, I do a Patreon only live stream. I'm thinking about kicking it up to 2 live streams a month for patrons, because they're awesome. It's a nice little kind of group of people, and essentially, if you're wondering what Patreon is, it's essentially a place where you can support your favorite creators by giving them money each month. So, you know, it can be different. People have different methods of, you know, raising that money. I do it as a kind of pay what you want for now, and you get perks. So you get, like, you know, behind the scenes videos, weekly updates. I ask for your opinions on stuff and stuff like that. Oh, and that reminds me, I have to draw the patron of the month. So I have this thing where I do the patron of the month, and I'm going to be doing that for the rest of the year anyway, where each month I draw a name for, like, I'll bring it up now actually. So let me just pause the video and we'll do it right now. Okay, so what I do is I pull up the list of the patrons, and then I pull up a random number generator. I don't have any voice activated ones, so I just do it old school and use Google. And so I put in the minimum as 1 and the maximum as how many patrons I have, and then I generate a number. So I'm going to do that now. It says number 41. And then I go over to the member sheet and I see how long that person has been a member. They have to have been a member for at least 1 month. 41. Yes. So 41 is Azzy, A-Z-Z-Y. Congratulations, Azzy. I'm going to send you an email right after this Wipnchat. So yay! I'm going to have to get your details. And I'm going to send her something from my stash, something that she likes from my stash. And I actually owe one of my patrons a gift as well, because I couldn't ship from the US or from Ireland to the US at that time. So that's so exciting. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to be doing that through the end of the year. And then I'm not sure, because honestly, I'm not really buying diamond paintings very much anymore. I'm going into other crafts and things. And so I don't really know if I'm going to have anything that I want to give away after a while. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll just randomly do it. Who really knows? But yeah, I really thank all of the people over on Patreon for doing that for me, for helping me, and bringing better equipment and crafting goodness to you all each month. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you, Michelle, for the Instapot. That was amazing. Yeah, so let's quickly talk about what's coming up. So this month coming is October. Now, obviously, I want to keep making the best videos that I possibly can, but at the same time, I'm about to get real busy, and especially with crafting. And in order to keep things interesting, I want to have kind of a daily crafty chat. Now, I'm not the first person to come up with that idea. I know that Heike was doing it, and she may continue to do it, hopefully. I love her daily crafty chat. My friend Caroline from Off the Grid Needle Arts, she does a daily crafty chat when she can, and it's a shorter video that's just kind of like a quick check-in. Like yesterday, when I finished the video, this is what I did, and these are the crafty things that I made, and just being positive and uplifting and checking in. And the reason I want to do that is because I feel like I have so much, so much, and so many questions these days. I want to be able to answer comments and questions in a video, and I think I might be able to do that, hopefully, maybe, if I do this kind of format. We'll see. So I'm announcing it now. Starting tomorrow, we will be starting Flosstober. And yes, it's going to be cross-stitch related, but I might have diamond painting updates now and again. That's just up to whether I get around to diamond painting much. I knew this would happen. I knew when I started this painting again that it would kind of be a little bit of a struggle, but I'm going to try my best to do a little bit of each craft, hopefully every day. I'm not going to make any promises though, because who knows? I still have a lot of work to do in other areas of my life, and for example, I am waiting for the ink to come for the lino prints, and so I'll be lino printing. I'm also trying to dye up the rest of the yarn for Heike for her Christmas present, and I've got a bunch of stitch-alongs that I'm invested in that I want to stay on top of, not to mention the fact that Christmas is coming, and so I need to think about gifts and things that I want to make for people or do for people, and a big part of that is to send out Christmas cards this year. So it's a really big thing for me. I want to get it all done, of course. Everybody wants to get that kind of stuff done, but I thought that we could try it. We'll try it and see how we get on, and if it doesn't, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But that'll give me an indicator whether or not I should do the same thing for December or not. There's a thing called Flossmas, Vlogmas, If I was a vlogger, this would be Vlogtober. But I just decided that I'll call it Flosstober because I more than likely will be stitching more. You know what I mean? I know myself. So yeah. Yep. That's the crack. I think there's an H there. Oops. This glue is still very, very tacky even after a full year. So if you're worried about putting your diamond paintings in storage, you don't have to worry. Just make sure that you roll it. So if you have a Treasure Studios art canvas, make sure that it's rolled with the adhesive outward. Because if you roll it in on itself, like this is rolled outward. So this is how I would roll in this direction for, you know, storing diamond paintings for long term, or for shipping or anything like that, packing them for travel, always with the diamonds rolled on the outside. So TSA canvases are particular in that you should not roll them inward or the glue will get all messed up. And there's an H there. I get asked that question quite a bit, and that's my advice anyway, is just to play it safe with that, because even double-sided adhesive ones, they should be rolled outward, diamonds outward. So I was gonna just do the lantern. I think I like it with the copper. I'll have to go back and do that to these as well. I don't know if I want to do that right now with you guys because that'd be a little bit boring, I think. But I think the reason this one is taking so long is because it's so intense. Like, it's so big and there's so many symbols. It's very confetti heavy. Let's see. If I go with the symbols that I can see the easiest, that's usually how I work on these because, you know, there's just so much going on. It's like, okay, what is my eye drawn to first? Oh, right. I wanted to tell you. So this is a Doris or Elizabeth Ward or Bead Solutions storage container. And you can get these on Amazon, at hobby shops like Michael's, if you live in the US. And I think you can find them like, you know, off-brand ones from AliExpress, but I don't know what the quality would be like. So I honestly could not tell you. That's my preferred storage container. And my second favorite is Harbor Freight. Of course, I like the ones that are hard to get, but I'm good now. I'm set for life. I do like storage, but I also only have a certain number of diamond paintings that I can do at once, you know, so though I may be starting another one soon. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, Christmas is coming up and all this, and I know people are like, no, don't talk about Christmas yet, but like, honestly, if I don't start thinking about it now, it's gonna totally creep up on me and I'm not gonna know what to do. So I've got to find some stuff for James and make sure that he is taken care of. And then there's my brother-in-law and his girlfriend. God, I hope he pops the question on Christmas. That would be such a nice thing and a better way to celebrate. Something nice to celebrate on Christmas. If you're new here, you might not know this, but not last Christmas, but the Christmas before, my father-in-law passed away on Christmas Eve. So it's a really hard day for all of us, especially my husband and his family. And that for the rest of our lives, that's all we're going to remember for Christmas Eve, and that's horrible. But I try to think of it as Ted, my father-in-law, wouldn't have wanted us to, he didn't want us to be in the hospital on Christmas. Like, he wanted us to go home. He wanted to go home. And so, you know, he passed so that he could go home. So basically what they do here, or at least the option that we were given, was to carry him home and set up a wake in the house. And then all the family and, you know, neighbors and the community come to the house. And then they had a mass in the house and everything. So it was quite shocking, having to do that a few days after Christmas and having Ted in the house. Oh my God, it was just, I don't know. It was probably, I don't really talk about it very much, but it was really hard. And I think that if we could, we'll never forget, but I feel like if we could just have something happy that, you know, like if we had a baby and the baby was born on Christmas or near Christmas, that would be amazing, right? Something like that. Just because there's always joy after sorrow. You just have to look for it. You have to be looking for it. You have to be hopeful for it. Otherwise, everything is bad and everything feels jaded, and you can get cynical to the point where you never find happiness in anything. And I don't want to sound like a clappy happy person, but that person is backing up really fast. I just look up outside the window and there's a car reversing really, really quickly down the road. That was great. What are they doing? Anyway. Yeah, you've got to, like, you know, I'm one to talk. I mean, I have to psych myself up in a good mood sometimes too, you know, because I catch myself sometimes. And I used to be really, like, I was so depressed that I can never talk about anything happy. And I'm sure that it drove my friends up a freaking wall. But I, you know, didn't really have much going on in my life that I felt happy about. You know what I mean? Now I have to make that happiness and put effort into it. And I realize now that that's kind of part of being an adult. Is that the world sucks and you have to make the best out of what you have and what you've been given and how you react to things. And sometimes, you know, my inner child is like, no, I don't want to. Why do I have to do this? It's not fair, you know, and I guess that's probably a legitimate reaction. But I feel like thanks to some introspection and some really good friends and probably one of the worst scares of our lives, thanks to COVID, I feel like maybe I'm going somewhere now and I'm not stuck. COVID really showed me what I have to be thankful for, and that's really, really good for me. All right, I'm going to switch pens now because I really can't do the 3-placer, and I've got lots of pretty pens around the place. So I'm going to switch over to my Layson Latheworks hybrid pen. I'm using everlasting tips in both ends, and they can be purchased from Etsy or from Painting with Diamonds. There are several stores now that sell them, and I think that there's stores in the US as well, but I do not have links for them because I haven't purchased them myself. But if you Google everlasting tip diamond painting, I'm sure that it'll pop up for you. And yes, I do think they're really awesome. I've been asked that a few times. I like them because you're not going to burr that. Like it's not going to whittle down and cause indentations and be all weird. Yeah, no. And this one is a bit thinner than the clear plastic 3-placer, but I know that some people really, really like the original ones, which is great. No problem with that. If you are interested and you need to, you want to stock up on multi-placers, I have a bunch in my shop, FYI. I've got those thin multi-placers, and I've got the regular ones that we used to get in, in all kinds of kits available. And I've set them at the lowest possible price that I can get away with on Etsy. So just so you know, that's why it's 18 cent in euro. I don't know how many cents that is in US. Probably 25, I'm guessing. I'm not sure each, but if you buy I think it's the clear ones, they come in a set of 2. I don't remember what I said. And I also have those pens with the plastic tip, because some people prefer those. I don't really like them. I couldn't get the hang of them, so I have a bunch of them that I'm looking to take care of. So just so you know, those are there. I've got the Crystal Stylus pens that I used to sell with purple back in stock. Purple's there. The Shamrock pen and everything. But just have a look if you're interested. Pens, needle minders, cover minders, and more. Right, okay. That's enough of that. Sorry, this has been like the promo episode. I'm just really excited because it's been so long, since it's been open. And I just really enjoy it, so. Right, plans for this week. What am I doing this week? I know what I need to do. What I need to do is get this wax video done because it's been on my to-do list for months. And so I'm thinking maybe if I sit down in the morning and do an hour or 2 of diamond painting while I'm watching and catching up on my YouTubers, because that's what I usually do in the morning, I could test out waxes because I've got a bunch of them, and I'm wondering if I should film it. Can you let me know what you think? Did you like the Wax Battle Part 1? Did you like the way that it was made with the time lapse and the music? Or would you rather just, I know that the intro to that video is a little long-winded. We don't need that next time. But from the point where I sit down to the point where I review all of them at the end, do you think I should do that again, or would you be satisfied with just a wrap-up video? Because I think part of the reason that it was so difficult was that I had to sit down and film it all and then edit all of that, and that is what took the longest. But in the end, in my opinion, it came out pretty good, and it holds up. But I just don't know what you would like to see. Unfortunately, with YouTube, I can no longer make polls. So I can't make a poll, but if you could just let me know in a comment down below your opinions on that. And if you haven't seen it yet and you're interested, I do go over a lot of the more common waxes at that time and talk about, how long they last for me, and this is all subjective, by the way. Obviously, different people have different strengths and you might place your diamonds harder and therefore the wax doesn't last as long. But oh, how did a copper one get in there? How did you get in there? Huh? Is there? No, that's weird. Okay, hold on, I gotta put this guy back. Where'd you go? Oh, I dropped him. Where'd he go? Uh-oh. Hello? Oh, there he is. He's turned over. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, let me know what you think. Should I do a time lapse or not? And just with that feedback, I think I'd really appreciate that. And then I can get started on that. That'll be my big project for the month. And hopefully then I can do that on this painting and get further on this painting, because it worked so well on Pocahontas. And I think it would work really well on this one too. But that means single placing this entire thing. Oh dear. Oh, I keep getting asked about refilling the pen. Okay, so let me show you. So in this tray, I have a toothpick. I use a toothpick because it's an everlasting tip, and if you put a tweezer end in here, it's not good for it. Oh, am I using glue dots? Dude, I'm using glue dots. Cool. I didn't realize. So I'm gonna try to dig this out. They are really hard to load, by the way. It's getting really dirty in there as well. All right, I think I got it out. And then, so to load up your pen, you just take your wax and you peel off the top plastic part. There'll always be a plastic on top to protect it. And then you stab the wax a few times. Just keep stabbing it. And you'll see the wax come up to the top. And that's all you gotta do. I think that some people may not be taking off the plastic. That's very important. If you don't do that, your pen won't fill up. But if, what was that? If you are, and then you're not, if you're pressing too hard, then it's gonna come out really quickly and it won't last as long. So that's why people have come up with all of these different waxes and formulas and stuff. And, you know, if you're you might be in the camp of like, you know, I only use pink wax because it's free, it comes with the kit, and why fix it if it's not broken? That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. It's just, I think that, you know, the longer that you're diamond painting and doing this as a hobby and just having fun, you might want to switch it up a bit. Or like for me, it was like supporting small businesses and stuff like that, which is something that I like to do and as just a personal thing. But you're right, the pink wax does work, but you will have to refill it a little bit more often. So yep. I still use super sticky patty wax. I love the sound that it makes when you use patty wax. I haven't used it in the last little bit because of the summer. It gets kind of gummy. Oh, it's my diamond painting. It's about to fall off. But yeah. Anyway, so that's the plan for this month, for October. If I'm going to be working on a diamond painting, it's probably going to be this one or the owl. And yeah, or After the Rain by Diamond Art Club. So that's the idea. And then do those daily updates so you'll see me more often or see my desk or whatever. Oh, and the other thing that I have to do this week is I need to move my room around. So the plan is I want to get cubbies and like a big cubby for the back wall and use that as storage. Have this desk be part of it butted up against the wall where the window is, and then swing this away. Instead of being this way in front of the window, it's going to be perpendicular to the window, and I'll have a space in between to sit. And so my computer's going nowhere. It's in the corner. It's going to live there, but I'll have room to walk around and behind, but I think that'll be much better for filming and maneuvering things and what have you. So that's going to be interesting. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my vanity though. I may take the mirror off of it. I don't know if you've seen it in a while. I have a craft room tour video that I made, was it last year? Maybe. Things haven't changed at all. So I might take off the mirror and just put the dresser here by the window. That might be nice. And then when I'm doing my hair and my makeup, I'll just have a smaller mirror or something. Because this room is so strange. It has a built-in wardrobe, it's lovely to have all of that storage space, but it makes the room really small, you know? But I'm glad that we have it because you can hide so much stuff. My husband's stuff and my stuff. Yep, so that's the idea. Hopefully I can find we're going to Tralee tomorrow to go shopping. So if you're in Tralee and you see me, wave. No, but we're gonna go shopping for winter clothes and jackets, and I'd like to stop and see if I can get one of these cubby bookshelf things, because that would be really, really useful right now. And then, yeah, we'll see what happens. Right, guys, so I better wrap this up for today and get back to work because I have a lot of labels to print, shipping labels. And thank you so much for keeping me busy. One other thing about the shop that I just wanted to bring to your attention here at the end is that one of the listings, the Black Lives Matter pin, is to sell for charity. All of the profit from that listing, you know, I'm gonna, obviously the Etsy fee I have to pay for, but all of the other profit that I would have made from that pin is going to be directly donated to the Boys and Girls Club of Metro Richmond, Virginia. I attended a Boys and Girls Club when I was young, and it was a great like after school program, and it really helps kids in like low income areas, and especially in the city of Richmond. We definitely need programs to help children not only like socialize, but learn life skills and to help set them up for a better, more, what can I say, you know, to build their confidence and to get them ready for, you know, the adult world. We need to have kind of agencies like that to help those kids. And in fact, all kids really. So yeah, that's where all of the profit is going to go for the Black Lives Matter pin if you choose to purchase it. And I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching, for subscribing, hitting the bell, and you know, I will see you really soon in the next video, and I can't wait to share these daily updates with you. So thank you so much, and I will see you later. Take care, everyone. Bye.